Howdy there, fellow adventurers. Timberwolf here on another Red Dead Redemption 2 adventure. Haha. Yo, I am so loving this game. Now I'm playing story mode. I have played around with the online version, which is basically you create your own character and you're just kind of like running around out there willy-nilly. I don't like it. I don't like the mission structure. I just don't like anything about what they did there. I mean, yeah, you get to create your own character and, lollygag around like, look at me. Other than that, it sucks, okay, in my opinion. Some people like to join gangs and, go around just shooting everybody. It's basically just a PvP war, Western style. So I'm not into that. It's not my thing. I like immersion. That's just goofing off and blowing steam. I like immersion. I like things that take me away from the humdrum world of an insurance agent like myself. And this game does such a phenomenal job of that in story mode. So even though you don't control, who you play, you got to play as Arthur Morgan. That's just how it is. That's just the way the story goes. That's okay. I'm Arthur Morgan. No problem. We're all Arthur Morgan. It's all good. This game is, it's just unreal how good it is. Even though you guys, like myself, are probably all going to be jumping into Fallout 4 tomorrow after the big download kicks in. Still, there's just so much more fun I'm going to have out of this one as well. But I still promise to cover some Fallout 4 for the weekend for sure, because that's going to be a hot item right now and everybody's going to be looking for it. So I'm really curious to see what the new changes are. That being said, so one of the things, couple of things I picked up on my own, which I'll talk about, and then what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to do some hunting. So hunting and fishing is something you can do anytime, and you can either sell the stuff that you get, or you can bring it back to the camp here and donate it. And that, of course, allows you to feed everybody, and including yourself, because everybody gets a nice free bowl of camp stew every day. It also increases the camp's funds, so that's always a good thing, right? And also the butcher here can make upgrades for the camp as well from the materials you get, but they have to be perfect. Okay. Now, in my experience, the best way to get a perfect hide, for example, is to use the bow and arrow. Anyways, so if you look on the map, as you progress through the game, you'll start to notice certain areas have certain types of wildlife. It doesn't mean you can't find other things there, but it just means that that's definitely a hot spot for finding things. However, there are some places you're going to find things that may or may not show up on the radar. And according to one of the users, one of the other fellow outlaws, I should say, right around Fort Wallace here is supposed to be a good place to find pronghorns, which you don't see any pronghorn symbols here. I do know, however, it's also a good place to find elk, and I don't think I need elk. I think I've already gotten one, but yeah. Another place to possibly find pronghorns is down here. They're not very frequent though. And then there's this area over here. I did get a bison out here, and it was a perfect bison, so score. That worked out well. But yeah, so there's still a lot of things I need to do hunting wise. So I'm going to shoot for this place again. Now I could just huff it, but that's a hell of a long freaking run all the way up there. So I'm going to use a fast travel spot. Now, you can't fast travel until you've completed, I believe it's the Spines of America quest, main story quest. I think it's that one. Maybe not. I know it's in Chapter 2 is when you open up fast travel. That's what I know for sure. You can look it up. But anyways, to fast travel from the camp, what you do is you find Arthur's tent. Arthur's tent is always the tent symbol on the little mini map there, okay, which is here. This is where you can sleep, change your wardrobe, shave, and all that stuff. So on the back of the tent is the fast travel map. And so then you just hold down here, pick where you want to go. I'm going to choose Valentine because that's about as close to that area for hunting I'm heading to as I can get for fast travel anyway. So then click on it. Now it's going to do these little cutscenes. I really wish there was a way to skip these. I wish there was a way in the menu you could just shut these off and we could fast travel like Skyrim. Boom, boom, I'm there. Great. Instead of this. I mean, this is okay the first time you see it. You're like, okay, yeah, that's kind of cool. And then you're like, oh, for freaking crying out loud, can we just go? How is this fast travel? Slow as hell. It's like slow fast travel. Right? Why are you showing me this guy at the docks back at the camp? I'm leaving the camp. Now, another thing as far as hunting's concerned, actually as far as pretty much everything, all activity in the game, I prefer to do it during the day. Unless I'm robbing something, then I might want to try that at night. But other than that, just because you can't see nothing otherwise, you know. It's not like Fallout where I can grab my Pip-Boy and turn on the light. Okay. Oh, for God's sake. Another loading screen. All right, this should be the last one. I should show up in Valentine now. You know, if anybody else is a fan of this game, plays this game regularly, and is watching this video, if you know of a way to shut these transition shit off so I can fast travel faster, please, for God's sake, let me know. So tired of that. Okay. So obviously, like on the map, as is the case with a lot of games, you want to click a waypoint just so you really have an easy way to get there. Now, that dude I was telling you about said the pronghorns are kind of like all over the place. Don't get too close because right now Fort Wallace is like a no-go zone for me. I guess that maybe later in the game we'll be able to do something there, but right now it's not happening. But anyways, now before I go there, you know what? I'm just going to check in with the general store real quick and see if he's got any scent blocker. So let's hitch up my horse real quick here. I love this version of the Tennessee Walker. I love his patterns there. He's a beautiful, beautiful horse, and he's very unique. I don't see too many horses that look quite like him. He's a really sharp-looking boy, and he knows it. Speaking of which, hey, you also got to feed your horse every now and then. Here, buddy, have some oat cakes. There you go. That's our boy. And let's brush you too, because if they get too dirty, their stamina reset is kind of gets stagnated. So, yeah, there you go. He's good. He's all happy now. All right, so we're a general store here. Let's go on in.
You ain't been through in a while.
Yeah, no, you're right. I haven't. All right, Mr. Shopkeeper. Let's see what you got here.
Just recovering from that bloodbath. Next time Cornwall can handle his business in some other town.
Reckon you're right on that. Okay. Let's go down to hunting and fishing. There we go. Cover scent lotion. And I got 157 bucks, so I'm not doing too bad. Oh, I could use some of this too. Herbivore bait. Now you can also make these things, just so you know. But I don't know if I have all the materials I need to make them with, so I'm like, what the hell? They're not that expensive. You know, I could probably have sold them with some things, but whatever. I'll deal with it later. You know what? Actually, I take that back. I'm going to sell them some stuff. Yo.
Back so soon?
Yeah, well, you know what? I got some extra shit in my gear here that I don't need, so let's see if you can take any of this stuff off my hands, all right, buddy? Snake oil. Yeah, you can have those.
That's done.
Yeah. Bitters. Yeah, you can have those. Okay. Hair pomade. Yeah, you can definitely have that. I don't like slicking my hair. That's for slime bags and dirt balls and that kind of stuff. Not for me. Canned sweet corn. Yeah, I'll hang on to that, I guess. Horse stimulants. Predator bait.
Being the main store in town, people come to depend on you.
Uh-huh. Here, have some corn, buddy.
Okay then.
That's all you're interested in buying from me, huh, pal? Okay. Well, I'm trying to make a little room in my satchel. That's why I did that.
Good doing
So,
business with you.
unfortunately, those guys don't buy much.
Good morning, mister.
I hear some loose-tongued crook kept talking to the law.
Okay.
So they made him food for the buzzards.
And then, like I said in my previous RDR2 post, I like to go in third person when I'm on the horse. It's a whole lot easier to control it that way. Now, I did learn something on my own. You don't just hold down the X button, right? That's just to kind of canter, okay? Or if you're following another member of your, of your gang or whatever, holding X will basically match speed with them more or less. But if you want to go fast, you got to tap on X and keep tapping and keep tapping. I did not know that until I figured it out on my own. So holding it down, that's not going to make you run. You want to tap, 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 tap. And you'll see that little lightning symbol. That's the horse's stamina. That will go down as you're doing this, but fortunately, my horse is pretty tough at this point. He's a strong boy. Uh-oh. Loki's getting in the shit. There we go. All right. Okay, here we go. So I'm really hauling butt now. Just be careful when you're doing this. Don't do this over bridges. It's a great way to die. Just canter over them carefully. And watch it if you're in an area where there's like really narrow passages and stuff, because you can pitch yourself off a cliff. But if you got big open trails like this, book. Just go. Just hit it. Just hit that warp drive and go. Also, be careful not to run into morons like that. Unless you want to cause a fight, which I'm trying to avoid right now. Oh, there's some elk. There's some elk. And I spooked them, so... How close am I? Oh, I'm right there. Okay. Now, I could just let my horse down right here, which is not what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over here and tie him to this tree. I think. Yep, there we go. Okay, so I know there's some elk here, and there's some deer here. Oh, now you want to get your weaponry, because right now, all I've got is my two shots, my pistol and my sawed-off, which are great for duels and fighting, but not great for hunting. So I'm going to grab... Oops. Wrong buttons. going to grab my bow. And then, just in case I run into trouble out here, I'm going to grab my carbine. That's my pretty much my favorite sidearm. Okay. Okay, so now something else we got to do. So with the arrows, with my bow, I've got small game arrows. That's for like squirrels and rabbits. If you want a chance of getting a perfect one of those, I want to hit them with a small game arrow. And then there's the regular arrows, which are for white-tailed deer, coyotes, wolves, medium-sized stuff. And then improved is a stronger arrow. That's for the big boys. You're going to need that on an elk. If you hit him with regular, even a headshot, it will not kill him. And that's going to suck because then he's going to run off, and you're going to have zero chance of getting a perfect hide if that happens. You want to hit him with an improved arrow in the head. That's the best way to get a headshot. I mean, a perfect. Now, how do you get the improved arrows? Well, you can't go buy them. You have to make them. In order to make them, you have to have a regular arrow, and then you have to have some flight feathers. Flight feathers you get from, you guessed it, birds. I don't even know if I have any on me, but we're going to find out. How do we do this? How do we make them? Well, I'm glad you asked. You got to make a camp, a little campfire. So do that. Hold, what was that? L1. Tap R1. Hold down and release L1. It's freaking complicated as hell. Okay. There we go. Now, you can make stuff at the camp. You can cook food at the camp. You can sleep at the campfire, I should say. Or you could use this to fast travel. This is how you fast travel once you're out in the wild. Right now, I'm going to go to craft. And let's see what I can do with that. I can't make any foods because I don't have any parts. Ammo, that's where we want to go. Fire arrows. No, thank you. Improved arrows. That's what I want. Shoot. I don't have any flight feathers. Damn. Oh, this sucks. Oh, this sucks big time. Okay. So hunting elk is going to be out of the question because unless I want to use the 22. See, the reason I prefer to use the bow is because, even though hitting an animal with a bow is going to spook anything close to the animal, it won't spook everything out there. Whereas if you're using your rifle, everything's going to be spooked, bro. The whole area is going to be spooked. It's like, good luck, you ain't shooting nothing else there. Which is why I prefer the bow. You got a better chance of getting more game using the bow and having it, of course, be in better condition. So that's my personal taste anyways. Now, notice how I moved somewhere when I sit down to campfire. That happens. It's stupid as F. It's irritating as F. I don't know why this dumbass game does this crap. Because that's not where I said to sit down a campfire, but whatever. It is what it is. We have to live with it. So where the hell am I? Way the hell down there. So, not really anywhere near where I started. Joy. All right, horsey. We're going to have to go for a ride. By the way, tapping the X button makes you run, too. And the more you run, the higher your stamina limits are going to get. So you can run even more and faster. What are you guys up to? What is it anyways? It's like somebody killed a deer there and left the hide. Or left the body, rather. Oh, stop.
Okay then.
Uh-oh, skunk.
You can rest now, boy.
Relax, boy. Alright, switching back to first person now. Careful not to get too close to this place. These guys are pretty ornery. The fuck? Somebody else has got a setup up out here. Put on my binoculars, see if I can figure out who this guy is. Maybe just some bro hanging out, camping, you know. Seemed like a bad guy. Besides, bad guys are usually in... Oh. Oh, is that what I think it is? Yes, that's a pronghorn. Ah, shoot. I hope that frickin' guy on a horse doesn't spook them. That pisses me off. There we go. That was a headshot. I'm hoping this is a perfect hide. I won't know yet. Oh, that's not... That's a sheep. Rocky Mountain Bighorn sheep. Damn it. You're not a pronghorn. Why are you not a pronghorn? I'm going to skin you then. I don't know if that's perfect or not, to be honest. We'll find out in a minute. No, it's just a good ram hide, damn. Stow it on my boy. Man. How? I mean, is that freaking headshot? How is it not perfect? There's an elk down there. Shit. How the hell did that not hit him? It's fucking dead. Dead on red. Man, this fucking game blows when that shit happens. That is so fucking annoying. All lined up. Should hit him. Fucking annoying. There's the last of my good arrows, too. Alright, what are we going to do now? Go to the carbine. Fuck! I gotta follow the damn thing. Shot in the head. You saw that, bro. That was a fucking dead shot. I think that's his body down there. I think he's dying. I mean, at this point, I'm just fucked. It's gonna be a garbage freaking skin, but the meat's still helpful, useful, so I'll still get something out of it. And the horns are still useful too. So there's still value here. See, poor elk, yep. Poor indeed, poor baby. I'm gonna whistle for my ding-dong horse to come down here. Yo, ding-a-ling. There you are. There. So at this point, oh, one of those. Well, here comes another asshole on a fucking horseback to ruin my day. And those are all whitetails. Those are whitetail does. We've already hunted plenty of whitetails. So there's no reason for me to shoot them. You know, unless we were starving for meat, but the camp's well stocked with food. I mean, I'm not going to let it go to waste. If I were to kill something, I'm going to bring it home, but... Oh, what's this? Those animals? Yep. Okay, what kind? What the fuck are those? Those more whitetails? No, those are more sheep. Oh, no, there's whitetail and sheep. The hell? That's interesting. Speaking of interesting, what's this? Huh. Not sure what... Oh! It's mail. That's what's up. Horsey, please don't poop on me. Thank you. So I just robbed a mail, a U.S. mail coach, I guess. fucking guys. I think that was a turkey I just hit. Yep. Eastern wild turkey. Get over here. I'm nuts. Here, hold on to this turkey for me. There we go. Thanks, buddy. All right, what else is going on up here? There's this guy again. What do you think? Oh, what do we got there? Shoot first, ask questions later? Why not? All right, follow its track. There it is. It's another sheep.
That's it.
All right, so you know what? I've seen sheep here. I've seen elk. I've seen regular deer and turkeys and squirrels and skunks. I haven't seen a single pronghorn. So I'm going to have to say that whoever wrote that article, well, whatever you were smoking, guy, you might want to slow down on that stuff because there's no pronghorns out here, my friend. I'm sorry to say, but there are no pronghorns out here. Now, what is this? Is this that carcass we looked at earlier? Yeah, that's all that is. Oh, what do we have here? I don't know. By the way, to start tracking, you tap R3 and L3 together. That starts this whole eagle eye kind of power of yours. And then you want to hit R1 to focus on the track of what it is you just shot. And then just start frickin' following it. Where are you? There's... Oh. Shit, so that was an elk female. Okay. I thought it might have been like a cow or something, but... Rocky Mountain cow elk. So it was an elk of some kind. Huh. Okay. Do I got room on you for this? What do you think, buddy? Nope. Well, it's a bad, poor elk pelt, so I'll just drop it. Something else can have it. All right, so I'm pretty much loaded up. There's really not much else I can carry right now, hunting-wise, so I need to get back. So I'm going to go ahead, hit R1, tap R2, hold L1, tap R1 once, hold down, let go of L1. That's how we set up the campfire so we can go ahead and fast travel. It's freaking complicated as hell. Okay. Fast travel and back to Clemens Point. That's where our camp is. So now I got this bullshit going on again. The other thing I'll cover with you in addition to hunting is I'll show you fishing, because that's also another way to get some food for the camp, and of course get some money in the... Now there are also, in addition to just the animal hides and food and meats and horns and stuff like that, there are legendary animals and there's legendary fish, and those show up on the map as you encounter those areas where they are at. So far, the only legendary animal I think I've killed is the bear. And you can take their parts to the trapper. There's a couple of locations you can find the trapper, and he can make some very interesting things for you. I got a cool new pistol holster that makes the pistols not break down as quick. All right, so now that I've got some goodies, now you don't have to take everything off the horse. Good news is that when I go to the butcher's table, which is, you'll see that symbol, it looks like a cleaver. You go to the butcher's table and you're going to hold right to donate there, as you see there. Everything else that you've got on your horse will show up in here as well. So there's the turkey, poor elk pelt, a couple of good ram hides, elk antler. This is all the meat that we got off of them. This is the meat that came off the sheep. Let's see, I'm going to hang on to I've got a black bear claw animal fat, which is used in making a lot of different things, so I'm going to hang on to that. I need scent glands for making more of that anti-predator, or rather scent blocker. Raven feather, I haven't seen any use for that, so you can have that. Same thing with the turkey feathers. Don't seem to use those for anything that I need yet. So there you go. You got it, buddy. And there's the stew. So you can come over here, grab a stew bowl. And then just go ahead and Shove it down your gullet. And you see it did a nice big reset on the stats. Not interested in talking right now, y'all. I'm gonna get some sleep. I got some fishing to do tomorrow. So good night, y'all. On over here. Triangle on the bed. Until morning, yes. Isn't that normal for us anyways? You have a nice big meal. You want to take a nap. It's just how it is. That's just how it is, partner. Alright. Alright, so here we go. Now there's a lot of places on the map to go fishing. Tons and tons of places. The coolest part about this place is we've already got a nice location right here. It's the lake. So I could jump in the boat and go out into the middle of the lake and look for stuff. But just for the sake of showing you fishing for the first time, we're going to make this nice and simple. And I forgot exactly at what point you can do fishing, but once you can, you're going to hold L1. And there you go. There's the pole. So just kind of hold your analog stick towards that, release L1, and here you go. You got your pole. Now, there are lures and baits you can use. Okay? The bait, it's just like normal fishing if you ever fished before. The bait, you just cast it and sit there and wait for something to happen. The lure, you slowly reel it in. Great thing about the lures is you can use them over and over. Bait runs out. Different baits and different lures for different fish. So I'm going to be using a lake lure now. With the one thing I learned also is that in the controls here, okay, when it comes to fishing, is this where I did it? Yep, see that? Okay. If you have hold to reel fishing off, then to reel the fish in, you have to rotate your analog controller over and over again, just like you're actually cranking a wheel. It's realistic, but honestly, I think that's just going to roll. It's going to actually wear your controller out is what that's going to do. So I switched this to on, and then all you got to do is hold the square button to reel in. A lot easier that way, and in my opinion, less wear and tear on your controller. So, okay. Now, once you got your pole engaged, you got to hold that L1 again to decide if you're going to use bait or a lure. As you see there, the lure I've got is a lake lure, attracts all medium and large size lake fish. So it's perfect for what I'm doing here. So now I'm going to hold L2. That means I'm going to holding on to the pole with L2. And I'm going to hold R2, bring it back, and then release R2. And that does your cast. Now, while still holding L2, I'm going to start reeling it in, holding square. The minute a fish hits, you want to tap R2 to hook the lure, hook the lure. Yeah,
I got something hooked.
there we go. Now it's hooked. When it's struggling like that, you want to just use the. You don't want to reel in. You just want to pull. You just want to use the directional on the pole to fight it. If you're reeling in while it's fighting, you're going to snap the line. So when it's fighting, you just control the pole direction to kind of fight it and wear it out. And then when it calms itself down, that's when you're going to reel in some more.
You're mine.
It's almost here. One more little struggle. I can guarantee you this is a bass of some type. Almost guarantee you. Oh,
Wow.
wait a minute. That's not a bass. What is that? Steelhead. Sweet.
You're a fine
5 pounds?
steelhead,
Yeah, I'm
my
definitely
friend.
keeping that. Love steelhead. Okay. Well, that was a nice surprise. Steelheads are 10 times more delicious than bass. Let me tell you that. Let's hopefully get another one. Let's go and do it again.
Anything biting, I wonder.
Yeah, steelhead's basically just a rainbow trout that has been out to sea and came back to spawn. Oh, oh my. Whatever that is, it's big. Or just strong.
You, sir, are a fish.
Another steelhead. 5 pounder again. Yep, keeping that. Okay. Now, different locations throughout the map will have different types of fish too, and different sizes of fish for that matter. Sometimes you'll catch them that are less than a pound,
Oh, accept.
you know, and if that happens, you're going to want to just let it go. I don't know what that control for cut line is. I have no idea why you'd do that. I mean, in real fishing, I understand, but in the game, got no idea why you would do that, why you would cut the line. That's just another
Whoa,
steelhead.
okay.
Okay. That's another good one. Hell yeah. That's 15 pounds of fish we got already. All right, we're going to do one more.
Okay. Huh. All right, that one didn't. Oh, there's a snake. You see that? Put away rod. Shoot. I can't do anything with that snake. You can't use your weapons at camp. Damn. All right, well, lucky you, Snakey. All right, so let's try something different. Let's try a bait. Let's try a worm. Okay. I'm just going to have to sit here and wait. Won't be reeling it in for this. The reason that stick's bobbing around is because Arthur here is swatting flies and stuff. There we go. Hooked them. A strong one. I noticed too, if you switch from lures to live bait, sometimes you'll catch different fish. I know what the game said that steelhead trout prefer the worms, but I've actually caught a lot of bass with worms. I don't think that's a bass though. I'm not sure what that is. That's another steelhead.
Good to meet you.
All right. Another 5-pounder. Okay. All right. We're done. We're done. So, pull away rod. And now we're going to take all this good stuff to the butcher's block again. Can't really run in camp, by the way, you know.
Could use a slug of whiskey in this.
Maybe after lunch, eh?
Okay. Oh, I only got 4, huh? Okay. 1,
Can pretty well stop
2,
now.
3, 4. You see, they're only worth. Actually, I don't know what they're worth.
Thank you, Arthur.
You got it, boss.
Morning, Mr. Morgan.
Okay. And that's pretty much that for our hunting and fishing tutorial out here in the Wild West. And appreciate you tuning in. And until the next adventure.